First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
He's going to look deep down the field. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The 20. On the catch, it's Crowder. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Let's go.
Ready? From the gun, Costello. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Albert Wilson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Down. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
He's coming.
Bravo.
He's coming.
Get it.
Throwing on first down. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, high 7.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 91. 91 is the
Not 5.
Operating from the gun. Costello under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Za'Darius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Check in.
61, matchbox, light, lead dribble.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Haywood.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Wild Bill, Wild Bill. No, Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, Herbert. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, number 28, Mike.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
80 weapon. Bud.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Herbert. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
6-6, pull it high. 28, Mike. Get it ready.
On 1st down, Herbert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Snap.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Wahoo! 3 down. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Who that?
Hey, exit.
No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 21 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Got it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, foxtrot. Cut.
Twist.
Go out.
SOS.
Rock it.
Watch out.
Bam. 5.
From the gun, Costello. This was caught by Crowder. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Smooth. Clear.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Johnson on the counter. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, zoom.
March 50, march 50, march 50. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Ready? Hit it.
2nd and 4. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
91 is the mic. Stop your whining. Check it out. 91 is the mic. Mike,
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Costello. And it's complete to Kelsey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Packers' 26-yard line.
50. I got one.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. I'm going to come back to you.
What?
Back to you.
From the gun, Costello. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Richard on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on, set. 8, read.
Caught, it's Wilson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal? Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Herbert. And a pressure gets to him again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, high 7.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Costello. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Push him back. Push him back. Mike 50.
Operating from the gun. Costello. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get that ball.
Yep. Hey, Delta.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, defense.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Costello. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Down.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
To throw on 3rd down, Costello. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
General West. Hey, Echo. Deep river.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Come on, set. AT Gators.
Come on, let's go.
Look at me. Zipper.
Motion.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Lions' 48-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the curve.
Check. Protein spill. Ready to go. Hey.
Wrong motion. Watch twist. Watch.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Herbert completes it to Davis. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They come out here in the I. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Go.
Be ready. Mike.
Now.
Grant, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Corey Grant, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point right down the middle, and that will put them on top here in the third. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Exit.
2nd and 14. Crowder's got it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
From the gun on 3rd down. Costello. Lee's got it over the middle. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Go!
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Go! Get it!
Operating from the gun. Costello. Wilson's got it complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Yeah.
50's the mic. I got it.
Hey, Jet,
On 1st down, Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Costello. Caught by Wilson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, zoom. Yep.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Look at me, zipper.
44's the mic.
Hey, seam 6.
Here we go. 44, Mike, 44. Come off the ball, hard.
I go.
We got this.
End of the 3rd quarter of play with the score Packers 14, Lions 13.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Watch the screen.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That puts a good dent into their first down setback. It's a pickup of 16. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it third down.
Set up. 90, Wolf.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
From the gun, Costello. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Albert Wilson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Ready?
This will be caught at about the 6. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Ready to break.
Mike, 28. Here we go, D. Check.
Let go.
They'll run on first down. Grant. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Hey, tight.
Sit up.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited till the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit.
Check. Yo.
Hey. Be driven.
On first down, Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Go! Check! Right! Check! Go!
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Space to run past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down!
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Turn to stop. Bravo.
Hey, number 28, Mike.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Throwing on 1st down, Herbert.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
I know he ain't good. Check 52.
Pilot, 64, weak. 7. 5.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike, 28. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Back to throw. Herbert. It's caught here by Adams. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got Adams on the hook up. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer.